I can really empathize with a person who feels like, hell no, this is too scary. My Korean, when I can practice and rehearse it, is actually pretty good.
Mhm.
It is not good when I have to respond in real time. For me, it's so scary.
안녕하세요, 여러분. 저는 소라입니다.
And I'm Ed, and you're listening to the
Vamos a Jeju podcast. 안녕하세요. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast, Vamos a Jeju. So, in the last episode, we've talked about anju, the food with alcohol. And today, we're going to talk about another kinds of food, but can be similar to anju, because comfort food, means like something makes you feel comfortable. So, we gonna talk about some food that we eat when we feel down a little bit. So today we have our fabulous buddy, Ed. Can you tell us what is your comfort food?
Hey Sora, so I got a hypothesis, and I'm going to say this right now, and then you tell me if I have it wrong. Okay, this hypothesis basically is a formula. The formula is anju minus alcohol equals comfort food. Does that make sense?
Not every single anju, but might be. For example, like kimchi jjigae without alcohol, when it's raining, it's comfort. It can be comfort food for someone, but with alcohol, it's gonna be anju. So yeah.
So basically, today's episode is, hey listeners, listen to the previous episode on anju. Just don't drink alcohol, and that's it. That's it. Shortest episode ever. We're done. Right?
No, it's different. It's different. You don't. It's not about alcohol. It's something make you feel better.
Okay. So I know, in at least here in among my friends here in America, we all have different ideas of what a comfort food is. Maybe listeners may have heard of the expression like a chicken soup for the soul. That's basically alluding to the idea that, chicken soup is something that people here drink and they feel under the weather. But in Korea, I guess there's a similar concept of like, if you're not feeling too good, or if the weather's not great, then you eat some kinds of foods because those are things that you grew up with and it makes you feel better. And so I guess today we will talk about comfort foods from that lens. But I do have a question. It's like, it took me a long time across multiple trips, multiple days in Korea to really get the courage to go into a restaurant that serves what we will find out today is called comfort foods. But it's very intimidating for me to go into these restaurants because the menu is all in Korean. Everyone's speaking Korean. Everyone is pali in a hurry. It feels scary. And so it took me a long time to go in. And so, like, can you help people understand why visitors to Korea don't really get into the comfort food scene in Korea?
I think it's because like those comfort food or local restaurant, they are not famous for the tourists because first of all, it's not like beautifully presented like many other restaurants for tourists. They are really like has beautiful interior and like Instagrammable spots for photos and like beautiful food display. But those like local comfort food places, they just do the food. It's not for photos. It's not for the like kind of tourist. It's just for the food. It's just for the people who come for their food. So I think that's the first reason. And also, as you mentioned, it's a little intimidating to just get in and order because no one speaks English. I think that's a kind of the barrier for the tourist.
So I guess the first step to helping our brave listeners try these Korean comfort foods, which is very well worth it, it's yummy and it's cheap, is the first step is they need to find out where these places are in Jeju and in Korea in general. So how would they do that, Sora?
So the easiest way is you can just search on KakaoMap or NaverMap, and you can actually search in English, but it's better with Korean. So we're gonna make another blog posting for these comfort food in Like we're going to put the Korean word so you can copy and paste and search it on the map.
And it's going to be in the show notes too. So if you don't want to go to the blog post, you can just look at the show notes for this episode and you'll see the Korean words. So that's number one. That's how to find it. They listen to our episode and they now know what comfort food they want to get. They found it on the map and now they're there at the restaurant. How to bridge the fear of stepping into a real Korean eating place.
Just go in and then you don't really need to say some Korean because usually like for those kind of restaurants, they don't have many options. Usually like 3 to 5. So my recommendation is just order the number one, the first one. It's always the best one. So just order the first one, this one, 2, then all set.
Okay, and are they speaking in English? Like when they say this one, 2? Wow, are they doing like 이거 2개 주세요, something like that?
Yeah, it's gonna be better if you could speak some Korean, but lots of Korean understand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and we have body language.
Yes,
We have body language, so
and gestures, so they can go like a 2, please. There's usually no menu pan. There's usually no menu, right? It's like a big sign on the wall. So I will tell you some tactics I've used, not just in Korea, but when I'm traveling in places where I don't speak the language very well, and I will take a photo and I'll use Google Translate to translate it first. And I've said this in a much earlier episode because I feel some pressure. Like if you stand in front of a restaurant and you take a photo of their menu, sometimes the sachanim will open the door and say "어서 오세요" and pull you in, and and then you're not ready, right? So the one tactic I use is I take a photo and then I walk around the corner where I cannot be seen by the boss. And then I use Google Translate to translate the photo, and then I will research. Okay, what is there anything in this this item this dish that I don't like? Oh, it's got like intestines. I don't like intestines, so maybe not this one. So even if it's the top number one, like Sora says, maybe I don't order number one. I order number 2, and then that way, once I have the menu on my phone, when I go in, I can actually just point to the item and say 2, please. Because again, there's no menu. So it's hard to point to the wall where the signboard is and go like this one, please. I'm like, which one? Which one? There's so many. So yeah, so I like to use it on my phone. And sometimes on KakaoMaps, you can see the menu already in the photos of the restaurant. So you can use that
before
too.
you go to the restaurant, just check it on the KakaoMap, and then there's a menu, so you can just check the menu and then use that photo for the Google translation. Or these days people use AI, so you can actually upload the photo of the menu and then ask which is good for you.
Okay, yes, and so all that is ways to get around, trying to figure out what to order. So now we're inside the restaurant. I guess it helps to talk about some practices of a lot of Korean restaurants. In Seoul, you're going to very often see like a little bell that you can press to get like service. But in Jeju, not so much. Not so many bells in Jeju. Yeah. So
in the big
usually you have
restaurant, yes. Right.
Other than that, you're going to have to like actually order the food and speak to the boss of the place or the staff of the place. And then you're going to find, I was going to say that you'll find the chopsticks and the spoons in a drawer, but that's not very common in Jeju also. It's more of a Seoul thing, right?
Also, we have that thing. So it's gonna be 맞아요, 반반. Either in the drawer or either in the table, on the table.
Right. There'll be if it's on the table, you'll see like a longish box that you can open up, and then there'll be like there'll be chopsticks and spoons in there. Okay, I got a question. What if our listeners need a fork? Fork. They will have forks,
just
right?
주세요. Yes. Usually they, because also the children, the kids need the forks. They do have.
We mentioned in the butcher shop barbecue episode, you're gonna have panchan, which is like the side dishes, and most places, it's kind of like half and half too. I was gonna say most places will like have you go help yourself with the panchan. But then in Jeju, it's kind of like half and half, right? Like some places will serve you the panchan, some places will.
Right. But if it's a self-service, they will put some like sign self in Korean and usually in English as well, like self. So if there is something that's self, it means you just go there and then help yourself.
In English, there's a term called self-service, which literally means
Mm-hmm.
you help yourself. But in
Mm-hmm.
Korean, you split self and service separately, and it's
Mm-hmm.
two different meanings. One is self, which means like you self-service, do yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
service means like a freebie, something that
Yes,
is a
right.
complimentary from the shop. So if you hear a Korean restaurant owner say, "Oh, service," it just means that he or she is giving you a treat or some giving you
Mm-hmm.
a complimentary
Mm-hmm.
item, which I can really empathize with a person who feels like, hell no, this is too scary. This is too intimidating. And I totally get that.
Really?
So my Korean, when I can practice and rehearse it, is actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It is not good when I have to respond in real time, but if I can like practice and rehearse, I sound very Korean. I even look Korean,
Mm-hmm.
right? But
Mm-hmm.
even
Mm-hmm.
then, for me, it's so scary. So we've been up to this point, we've helped everybody kind of get a sense of like, where to find a place and find out what foods they're serving and then get in there and try to make it feel as least awkward as possible. But now you're there. So Sora, take it from here. What are some of the Korean comfort foods that we're going to be talking about today?
So the first one is sundubu. It's like a tofu soup, spicy tofu soup. And actually, we made this episode because of this, because of this menu. Because there's one our favorite restaurant. They serve the spicy tofu soup, and they have like unlimited side dish refill buffet, and some of them has like 20, 30 different side dish, and you can have it like unlimited, like as many as you want.
With this sundubu chain, it's called ilpum sundubu. It means number one, like the best
Quality.
sundubu. Yeah, the best quality sundubu. It's a franchise. So like every franchise is run by a different boss. And yeah, like Sora was saying, in some of these chains, like it is the sundubu, which is like the spicy, hot, soft tofu meal. You can choose like different kinds of ingredients to go with it. But there's one branch in Wedo, right, which is like west of Jeju City, where it is not the sundubu and then you have a side dish of buffet. It is the buffet with the side dish of sundubu.
Yeah.
Because the buffet is crazy. It's got like fried fish, like the fried corvina. It's got fried chicken. It's got tteokbokki. By the time the main dish, quote unquote main dish comes, you're already full. It's ridiculous.
Right, we always do that. Also, there is one like the first branch is always full of people, and they have like 30 different side dishes, and they also have the soy sauce crab as well, which is really expensive.
간장 게장.
And they also have the ramen machine, the convenience store ramen machine. You know that? Yeah.
And it's like 10,000 to 12,000 won, depending on the franchise you go to. I think the Wedo one was like 12,000 won, but it's the one near Dongmun Sichang, the Dongmun Market was like 10,000. But the one in
The
Dongmun Market
smaller
is
branch.
much smaller. Yeah, smaller branch and it's a lot less food. And so I went to Ilpom Sundubu many times by myself at first. All the time I was eating one of the foods wrong. And I'm gonna ask Sora to explain it. Only when I went with you and Jaden to an Ilpom Sundubu that I realized that I was doing this wrong. And that is the rice comes in a rice pot, hot pot.
Yes.
I used to eat the burnt bits, the nurungji,
Durungji.
and eat it as like a snack. Like it's yummy.
Can be,
But-
right.
But then I realized that actually you guys do it totally differently. Can you explain what you guys do?
So when we have those stone rice pot, we put all these rice into a small bowl, another bowl, and then put hot water into the thin layer, a little bit burnt rice. We put hot water there and then put the lid cover again and then let them make another soup. So while we're eating the rice and other stuff, then the soup will be cooked. So after we finish all the meal and then we have this thin layer of burnt rice soup as a kind of dessert, it's very refreshing. So yeah, we always like to do that.
Yeah, it's like a palate cleanser that one takes at the end of the meal, and it's called a sungnyeong. Sungyung.
숭늉, 숭늉.
Sungyung. Oh yeah. Norongji becomes Sungyung. Yeah, so it is so fascinating. Like that stone pot is really, really hot. So it has enough residual heat to basically to make it another soup. Basically, you can see it bubbling actually, like the bubbles escaping from the side of the lid. It's yeah, it's hot. So I mean that to me is I must have been there like maybe 15 times in all the time that I've been in Jeju. If I see a sign that says Ilpum Sundubu, I don't have to decide like, is it gonna be the best food in the world? No, but it is like comfortable. I'm used to it. I know it's gonna be good, right? For me, I'm optimizing for time, price, and taste. So that's perfect. Like it's not Michelin star or whatever. I'm not an Instagrammer. I don't take photos of my food, so I just want to have a good time. And yeah, it's great. The only
Yeah,
problem is
also,
by the time I leave the restaurant, I am so full.
right, that's
Especially
the
after you
problem.
drink the soup at the end, the sungnyung. It's so full.
It's like a second meal. And
Yes.
I think we like to go there when we are hungry or we have many friends and we need to decide where to eat. Then like
Mm-hmm.
everyone has different tastes. And we are like, okay, let's just go to that place so you can like each one can have like what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we don't have to decide. It's kind of like for Korean, we don't want to have like too much option. Like so we just go there and then it's all set.
Yes.
Easy.
Like you said, it's a low decision food, low friction. Everyone can find something that they enjoy there. So that is the sundubu and the buffet. Are there any other franchises or chains on Jeju that compete with Ilpum Sundubu?
I think no, there is no. It's the number one. We have many these kinds of buffet, but they are not chain. But still, there are many like good Korean buffet.
Right. And are they kind of like around the same price point, like 10,000 won, 12,000
Similar,
won?
right, similar.
This next Korean comfort food is on my notes in English. It's hangover soup, and I always see this in the subtitles when we watch K dramas. Like after they had a night out drinking, the next morning they have like a hangover soup. And since I don't really drink, I have no idea what this is. So I am going to have to lean on you a little bit, Sora, to explain what the heck hangover soup is.
So you never tried hangover soup before?
I might have, but not in
But
the
you don't remember.
morning for a hangover.
Of course, I don't really drink, so but still, I mean, people. The name of the soup is like a hangover soup, but actually, it's not only for hangover. It's more like daily food because Jaden and I go to hangover soup sometimes for brunch. It's kind of heavy, but it's very fulfilling soup. Because I think it's because I really like soup and it's a little bit of spicy and it has like many ingredients in it. I think that's why we really like to have this one. And I think haejangguk is more like hangover soup is more like the food for 아저씨.
Oh, really? Did someone call
Yeah.
ajushi?
But still, I also really like it.
Okay. And so what's in a hangover soup? Like, is there anything special in the ingredients or like what?
There's many different kinds. My favorite is beef hangover soup. And there's also bean sprout hangover soup and also those the pollock hangover soup, intestine hangover soup, and the blood hangover soup. The
Oh, like
sonji,
oh right, it's like
the
a
block,
like
blood
chunks of
block.
the block. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Right. That one as well. I don't like that one, but people usually like that. So yeah, there's many different kinds. And I
Mm-hmm.
think especially when it's raining, people like this kind of soup.
Do you have rice on the side with that as well?
Of course, of course, of course.
Of course. If
Of
there's
course,
no
have
rice, it's
to
not a
be.
meal.
So other comfort food locals usually eat is of course kimchi jjigae, then doenjang jjigae, soybean paste stew, like what we always eat also at home and also in the restaurant. And we say baekban. Baekban is just like a home meal. Baekban. It's like a looks like home meal sets. Like we have rice and soup and some of side dishes. And that's one set. It can be like a menu del día,
Menu of the day.
today's menu. menu of the day. For Jeju, we have like Jeju specialty comfort food. I would say we have gogi-guksu, which is a noodle soup with the pork broth. It's kind of similar to Japanese ramen, but Japanese ramen, tonkotsu ramen, is made of pork bone broth. But the Jeju one is the broth of the pork meat. So the taste a little different, but we also have like the pork in and then the noodle, hot soup, and it's really good for also like in cold weather.
Right. There's a whole street for gogi-guksu in Jeju City, so that's very interesting. It's very close to the Jeju City's
Folklore museum.
folklore and nature museum, right? Yeah, it was just across the street. Very good. Highly recommended.
So like I think for Korean, typically if we get stressed out, we eat spicy food. Spicy, crazy spicy food. So for me, I mean now I'm getting a little bit older, but when I was in my 20s, we used to go to the spicy chicken feet. It's crazy spicy. And usually we drink soju with this spicy chicken feet. Then it's gonna be anju. Okay.
Right. Yeah, I think we talked about that in the Anju episode as well. And this will be takpal.
Takpal.
Takpal. Takpal.
And yeah, also these days, if I got stress, I think I eat 불닭볶음면 or tteokbokki or these kind of spicy food.
Right. So what's the linkage between stress relief and spicy food?
I don't know, but I mean, when you eat spicy food, you forget those stressful stuff because it's too spicy. You can't think of any other thing. And then after eating it, I don't know. I think after eating some spicy food, you feel relieved.
Okay,
because...
let me try and think through from a non-Korean perspective. Okay, so when you're stressed and you eat this spicy food, wow, it's like it's kind of like a little bit of a short-term torture, and so you're just like dealing with whatever you're eating in the moment. And then let me think, you're probably sweating a lot, right? Because of all, it's not only is it spicy, but it's usually hot too, I guess. And so it's kind of like being in a an onsen or in a spa or a sauna, right? Where you're like purging yourself of toxins. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to make it make sense.
Yeah, I think maybe we just make bigger pain versus other pain that we are having. I don't know. Well, it feels better after eating spicy food.
Okay, and then does the stress come back? Because if it doesn't come back, we should recommend this to like doctors all around the world. Like, oh, your patient's stressed, eat some spicy food.
I don't know. I mean, temporarily forgetting about it is also a good treatment for the stress.
And so if you want to give this a shot, we'll have the Korean names of these foods in the blog post and also the tips that we have on how to approach this somewhat intimidating idea of going to a Korean place and being able to try these foods. All right. And so that article is going to be on vamosajeju.com/comfort. And that's going to be vamosajeju.com/comfort.
And also, you know that we have launched the trip planner on our website. You can use this to plan your trip for like multiple days or one day. We put like all the activity we have mentioned in our episode. So you can go to vamosajeju.com/trip and then try to make your plan. Then we will send it to your email.
I just want to double click on what Sora said. If you've heard us talk about a place on our podcast, there's a 95% chance you'll find it on the trip planner. So if you want to find out more information, if you heard something about what we said, like pause this episode right now and go to vamosajeju.com/trip, and then you should be able to find more information about what we said.
And also, it's really easy to share our show with your friends. So on Apple Podcasts, you can tap on the horizontal 3 dots and then tap on share show icon. And if you're listening on Spotify, you can also tap those 3 horizontal dots near the top right, and then under our show art, you will see the share icon. Also, if you're listening from YouTube, you can also share link to your friends.
Exactly. And I guess with that, all that's left for us to say is
안녕.
안녕. Get all our latest articles, videos, and resources on Jeju DIY travel, culture, and history at vamosajeju.com. That's VAMOSAJEJU.com. If you would like to get updates about Jeju or even Korea sent straight to your email, sign up for our dispatches at vamosajeju.com/update.
And finally, the best way for a new podcast like this to grow is organically. So if you found this episode helpful, please share us with a friend. And who knows, maybe you'll Vamos a Jeju together this year.
The Vamos or Jeju podcast is part of the Passport Optional Network. I'm very comfortable being by myself. So I will watch a movie alone in the cinema. I'll walk the Jeju Ole Trail alone. I'll climb Halasan alone. It's very funny when I was in Jeju, you always felt like Jaden had to look after me. I was like, oh, it's okay. I'm okay being alone. Yeah, give Jaden a break.